What you reading there? Dracula? Gabriel, what you reading there? Gabriel? I tried. Hey, it is Matthew, and this is Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, one of the most disappointing sequels of all time. Not the worst sequel of all time. Well, maybe it's okay. There's a lot to unpack about Lords of Shadow 2, and we're certainly going to do that. Alright, so Drac is real salty that Jesus is knocking on his door, so he's gonna do something about it. Ah, the smolder! That's amazing. So, you know, one thing that both Lords of Shadow 1 and 2 does even better is its atmosphere, its graphics, obviously, its lighting and all that. This is the ultimate Steam version, so it is a bit more advanced than probably what we saw on consoles. But even at the time, remember, this was released like really late. It's kind of one of those mistakes of the game, I think, right? Like, it released on the 360 and the PS3 when it probably should have waited like an extra year and maybe have been on the PS4 and Xbox One. I don't know. How do people feel about that? I think being... like, I think this was out on those consoles when those new consoles were out. Was it not? What you drinking there? A delicious bourbon. Brownness to the brown. Look at how good this looks. So we're going to talk about why this is a disappointing game. You know, I want to be able to change people's minds about this one way or another. Maybe you'll see the good aspects, and maybe those that think like, oh, this is an amazing game. What are you talking about? They certainly put things in this they really didn't need to put into, like, at all. But the bones of really cool stuff, of a really cool story setup and narrative, they're there. It's just kind of squandered. I don't know how long we're going to play today, but we'll see. I'm going to skip the tutorial because it's really long and I already played it. But hey, big attack, wide attack. I can't switch to my other weapons yet, but we will be doing that, and I'll talk about that a bit more. Okay, that was fun. But let's get this ugly battering ram out of our living room. It's fucking up the flow. It's too bad that none of the actual soldiers are left alive to see how OP this is. You know, it'd be a great scene of them, like, wetting and or vomiting their own pants. Just a quick tutorial, since that tutorial was actually quite long. This is your blood whip. It is a whip made out of blood. And instead of the light and dark magic shadow energy stuff that you had in Lords of Shadow 1, which is not a great system, like it could have been reiterated on, in this one it's a little bit different, where if you want to regain your life back, you switch to the Void Sword and you get this cool sword. And that's what that does. It just regains your life, and I'm not sure if it damages enemies. I can't remember that. I'm assuming it does just a little bit. And if you want to break enemies' guards, you switch to Chaos Claws, which are awesome. Melee? Yes, please. Beowulf? Sure. And that uppercut looks super sick. So you have to switch between these three weapons on and off. And that's Dracula's main gameplay when he's cool. At least, because there would be a bit where he's not cool. And that's a great system. And that seems a little simple. It's because we don't play as Dracula the entire time. Spoilers. Alright, we see those bats. They leave a bat stink, and Dracula likes the bat stink. That's how he knows that he can go. The bats say he can. Oh, Trey Cinematic. I mean, can he fly? Or glide, at least? Dracula's can glide. I know this runs super well on the PC. I don't remember any big problems with the performance on the consoles, but I'm assuming they're bad. Now, what I don't remember is that did this come out on PS4 and Xbox One as its own standalone game, not like backwards compatible? I don't actually remember. This shit's gonna cost me.
What is a man?
I forgot they did that. All right, Gypsy Danger.
A miserable pile of secrets.
That's always fun, obviously. Yeah, it gets a cheap pop. It got a cheap pop from me. But a pop's a pop. And like that Jesus Danger doesn't even really care who's there. You know? He needs to be put out of commission. Retired. The Jesus Mecca. Come on, Trek. You can do it. We've been training our whole lives for this. Yeah, there you go. Now, don't get me wrong, this opening section is great. I have no problems with this open. Anyone that's familiar with Lords of Shadow 2 knows what I'm inferring here. Of course, you can switch in between weapons, like in between combos, which is obviously pretty cool. Nice to be able to do that in the opening section of a game. So if I do this... That looks super sick with the slow-mo. So you shouldn't shoot where I was. You should shoot is where I was going to be. Alright, I need to shoot these locks as per the camera pans are telling us. Like he just poofs like McGinty in Punisher Warzone. Alright, let us finish off this young knight. He had a good run. Now, if I recall, this looks really awesome because he just kind of... Oh, I remember some finishing moves being where Dracula just shreds motherfuckers. This is a complicated Gundam that God has commissioned. I'm just looking at how complicated it really is. Oh, that was close. That was close. It's a royalty-free pot smashing sound effect when I hit the shields. It seems. No, you. Now, a weird thing is that even though I take that guy's blood and explode him, I don't get health back from that because that's the Vorpal Sword's job. All right, gotta this you know, Vlad the Poker's job is just not done. We have to destroy this religious crystal. The God particle? I don't... I forgot about this! It's so fucking stupid! I guess it's like corrupted. You know, that's what's breaking it. That's cool. How about just like doing some like magic with your hands? Just some Dracula jazz hands. Why does it gotta be like that? I don't know. I mean, it got a laugh out of me. I suppose the cooler thing would not have gotten me to give that reaction, but what a fantastic opening fight. Like that is just as up there as like the openings of God of War 1 or 2. Maybe not 3 in terms of its scope, but a very good I shouldn't say tone setter because the rest of the tone is so funky, but the scale of everything here and the drama, the music was also really good, and all of that fighting gameplay, good stuff. And this is the bit of the game that I played at E3 well before it released, and I was like, oh shit, we're in for a good time. Wait. Yes, no, I'm doing it. I almost had him with the hard hits. Yeah, there you go. Oh wait, no, that's not? Okay, I just broke his guard. I thought he was going into a stun state of like finishing him off. And he's just like a Gears of War protagonist. Or like Too Human. I'm just trying to out-religious you, I guess. Oh. Holy shit! I don't remember this particular cutscene of that. That's very DBZ. After Dracula did his final flash, oh my god, it devastated everything.
For it is written that only the blood of that lineage has the power to defeat the Prince of Darkness.
So that makes sense. That's decent lore.
Newly born, the child Trevor was hidden from his father.
Yeah, Trevor's awesome.
A holy warrior of the Brotherhood in secret.
Like Trevor's like my favorite character in general of Lords of Shadow and even Castlevania like lore
some 25 years
overall.
For what had once been Gabriel Belmont was now a powerful vampire.
Those are some
known
stock
as
ass Scream sound
the
effects.
dragon.
Yeah, the dragon. Dragon. Again, this is all Mirror of Fate stuff, so
Joined forces with
you know, it kind of sucks that if someone did not have a 3DS or, you know, play Mirrors of Fate in general, they kind of miss out on all this stuff being playable. Like, let's say you had no idea the 3DS existed or just had no interest in it or Mirror of Fate, but you loved Lords of Shadow 1 and then you got 2 and you're like, what the shit? I missed everything here. So I never really, like, I think Mirrors of Fate should have been like a spin-off side story that didn't tie so integrally into Lords of Shadow 2. I think that was a bit of a mistake. Assume that Dracula has one of those alarms that have like the very, very slow build-up with the birds chirping and stuff, and then the music gets progressively louder and louder and louder until it just starts playing like Simon's theme or Bloody Tears or something. So here we are. It's modern day. I think this would have been really cool as like a last level of this game. I really think Mirror of Fate screwed everything up and how they, you know, that it's a bad game. I enjoyed it when I played it a few weeks back, but like, I think storyline wise, they were kind of put into a corner because they decided to put so much game into Mirror of Fate. I would have really just preferred to have the opening bit be Dracula when he's young. That's the tutorial, right?
And I can free you of your immortality.
No, you can't, Zobek. No one can. It would have been so much better, I feel, if the opening section of this game was what we played through. That's the tutorial. Oh, there's my little Trevor boy. The spirit of Trevor.
Please, get help yourself.
Look at me. I don't look great. Do you think I look great? Look at my face. No, I'm sorry. I know it's rough for everyone, 2020, but... And then the rest of the game have been Trevor leading up into him being Alucard, and then that links up. Now, you do play as Trevor in this, but Wyatt felt the need to explore Dracula in a weakened, shitty state. In the modern age, with stealth sequences that are not fun, is just beyond me. That's what kind of ruined the game for me. I really didn't want to play half the game. And that's a pretty cool enemy. Dracula's like, let's knock off some ring rust. So let's try to do this. And this boss just like, are you for serious, Dracula? You playing? You must be playing. I can't even like dodge. Oh my god, he's comboing me. Like, I get it how it's like almost a Metroid thing. Well, you were super powerful before, but now you suck. I get it. You know, when I play a character action game, though, it's not exactly what I wanted. Guts in his Berserker armor. That's a pretty sick design, though. That's the thing. Everyone, if you're like even into like Castlevania stuff, buy the Lords of Shadow art book. Lords of Shadow, I think it's 1 and 2, but it might be just 2. It's an incredible art book that shows so many sick designs, and you could consume this game through that. Alright, so this is one of those moments where it's like you gotta feel bad for killing these people because they're innocent, but there's not much you can do because you're a fucking vampire. Sorry, but things gotta be this way. And now we're in first person, which is always a thing that you want in your Castlevania game. Like, he probably could have taken Dracula there. I'm super weak right now, dude. Like, you're not gonna make me feel bad for this if I'm Dracula. If I was Trevor or Simon and something befell me where I had to do this, or someone's giving me this weird choice. Wait, I think I just die if I don't do this? Yeah, so it's not much of a choice, is it? I just burninate. God, look at this Vista. That looks so dope. Like, Castlevania World, I get how that's an appealing thing, but what this sort of does to me is make me feel becomes like more of a generic action game stealth thing. You know what I mean? Like, it makes Castlevania less Castlevania. And I get how someone's like, oh, I want to be really bold and make a bold choice. But it's like, you just started the Lords of Shadow series. Especially if people discount Mirror of Fate because it was on like a smaller player base. So you could have explored more stuff then instead of doing this. I don't know. This would have been a great, fantastic DLC campaign after the main game has been completed. Let's play around with this idea. That would have been cool. That's probably what they should have fucking done. Instead, I can't. And I can't do combat. Because I got none of my weapons. This is my travel book. Fuck it. Boo. I'm too weak to fight, guys. So I gotta turn into rats and do stealth shit. We're in it now, though. I have to keep playing more. The red glow over an object indicates it can be broken with your shadow daggers. And like some people are like, oh, it was Hideo Kojima. No, Hideo Kojima did not have anything to do with the decisions made in this game. He did very, very little on Lords of Shadow 1. He like gave some character design advice and just let his name be associated with it. That's it. Like, I researched it. He did almost nothing.
You are no match for this enemy. Hide.
Yeah, it's cool. You're no match for this enemy. Hide, Dracula. I'm really sorry if there are some people that are like, no way, man, this is cool.
I can hide that.
There's always someone that will like a bad idea. That's fine. I like bad ideas too. But this is a real bad idea. So there was an errant piece of electricity that was going off. And that's the end of my story. Dracula's like, that was super embarrassing. I hope nobody saw that when I was in the future stumbling around with bats and it got hit by electricity. Oh shit. You know what this feels like? This feels like Paul W.S. Anderson got his hands on the Castlevania franchise and said, let's fuck it up. And also, let's injure tons of stunt people on my sets because I'm a shit director. Look at this. Another absolutely stunning room. Damn. Like, Mercury Steam does not put out games on the regular anymore ever since this. They put out that weird free-to-play online thing that changed its name like once or twice. And like, I don't know what happened after that. And before that, it was just Return of Samus, just fine. You know, not amazing, but it was fine. God, look at this. All right, well, there's something there. It's money. I mean, isn't that Dracula's own money? It says it's castle, yeah? Oh, look at this fucking Chad. With his knee cranked at like a 1,000 degree angle. Amazing. Yeah, it is a boss. Just a bunch of garbage. Alright, let's defeat this thing. Of course, yeah, I need it bad too. I'm sorry, bunch of garbage. Bits of my own castle. That's like a grill that Dracula tried to put together and he's disappointed how it turned out. Why doesn't mine look like that? That was fine, honestly. It didn't go on too long. I kind of had a memory of it dragging on. Hey, I can now buy my first skill. Thank you, statue. I don't need you anymore. I'm as powerful as I'm ever gonna be. Hey, I kind of definitely want to play more, but let me know in the comments how are you feeling about this look of Dracula Lords of Shadow 2, Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, because yeah, I'm sorry if I was complaining a little bit, a bit too much about just everything. It's just a frustrating game for me because I like so much of it. Look at this fucking room. It's incredible looking. Dracula's awesome. Trevor's awesome. Alucard, the most awesome of all. So there's all these components that I think should have made a sequel that was 1,000 times better than what we got. And it just makes such an uneven experience. And it's actually one of those games that people first started saying, I need to do a What Happened of. Like when I started What Happened, like that was a go-to. Everyone's like, you gotta do Lords of Shadow too. So it is a game that I have a big interest in that sort of way. Waterfall can be frozen briefly with the void projection. So, okay, I have to find more magic though. Where's the magic at? We'll find where that magic at is next time. I might play Lords of Shadow too. Again, let me know in the comments, and I'll see what I can do for you, my children of the night.